Friday, 7 o'clock. I'd like to call to order the regular town council meeting in town of Copper Canyon. All rise for the pledge of allegiance to the U.S. and Texan flags.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag and pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one indivisible.
Thank you all for coming. First item on the agenda is public input. I have Robin. Are you for this or for the hearing?
Yeah, the public hearing.
Got it. Anybody for public input? Seeing none, we'll move on to staff and council reports. Troy, you want to kick us off?
Yes, sir. Mayor Pro Tem, just I'll run through just a couple of updates and highlights. As you guys know, the building, the police building next door is well underway. We've got the outside done. Roof is shingled. They're starting to do the insulation and drywall will be done this week. So our goal is to have it done or have the AC on and somewhat functional by July 4th. So we're going to have an official ribbon cutting at 11 o'clock after the July 4th parade. So big event coming up on July 4th. The other thing I wanted to mention is we've got our annual road maintenance starting this week. They're going to start today due to some backup from last week's weather. So they're going to be in here tomorrow doing some crack sealing on a variety of different roads, fixing some potholes as well. So that'll be going on throughout this week and probably run into next week as well. There will be no official road closures. They'll have a one lane closed for a short period of time, and then they'll just reopen everything as they move down the road as they go through the crack sealing process. So all that should be wrapped up by the middle of next week. And we've got on July 19th is Juneteenth Day. The town hall will be closed that day as well.
Mm-hmm.
And just a quick reminder about that, and then I'll turn it over to Chief Ty for his updates.
Okay, so the police department's been live since June 1st. Myself, I have another full-time officer, Christopher Weisinger. We also have an uncompensated reserve officer, David Rosenthal, which he'll probably only really work weekends or special events, things like that, of that nature. We have most of our equipment. Our vehicles are fully functional. We've already been issuing some citations for some lucky contestants. So far, it's looking like everything's going along swimmingly. We have a third full-time officer that should be joining us, Richard Jewett. Probably late July, August timeframe. So we're not going to be able to get 24-hour coverage with that. So our county counterparts will still be making emergency responses or initial responses when we're on call. So if it's something that is going to require a report, by all means, we will come out. You might have to bear with us a little bit. We might be dressed as well as we are right now, but we will come out and help you guys. Of interest, on June 22nd, on Saturday, between 9 and 11, we'll be having a breakfast with the chief. Myself and Officer Weisinger will be here to answer questions, or anybody that has any questions, concerns, or thoughts. Feel free to come out and visit with us then. Other than that, we're glad to be here, and we're looking forward to continuing working with y'all. So,
Any growing pains?
just the usual ones, minor things. Our computers are not where we need them to be yet. We're just waiting on some SIM cards, but we can go. We're pen and paper. Chris and I have been doing this for 20+ years, so we're okay with that.
Radio's good.
Radios are fine. Body cams are in. So we're getting there. But
Excellent. Congratulations.
thanks, sir.
It's a long time coming.
And then we have any updates from the fire department. Chief Vaughn, do you have any updates you'd like to give the council? Sure.
I am living.
Just a couple of things to add. Got a lot of activities as we get close to summer, school's out. So we had on June 26th, we'll have our summer science series at Station 513 off Copper Canyon Road. That's going to be on electricity, which is sponsored by CoServe. If you recall, back last month, we had the Carry the Load event on May 18th, a huge turnout. We had over 300 participants, which was more than double than we had the year before. So it was a big turnout. Appreciate everybody that came out and participated in that. We've also did a blood drive right the Friday before Memorial Day. We thought that was important to do something symbolic to give back. And we had, I think it was a short span, but we had about 16, 17. So that equates to about 50 lives saved. So we saved about 50 lives giving a blood drive. Activities in the ESD, we've been busy. The ESD1, ESD2 contract is pretty much finalized. We've got some minor details. Look at capital asset list as far as what the ESD1 owns, ESD2 owns, but that's all being worked out. Both the ESD1 and 2 boards are in agreement. So that's all being just kind of finalized by the attorneys. That's going to lead to a couple of workshops coming up. We've got a workshop with both boards where we talk about goals, objectives, and talking about next year, which will lead into our next workshop, which will be on getting the budget. So those things are going on starting this month. And so we're kind of getting in the swing of, like most government entities that work on their budgets and start working on their tax rates and stuff like that. So those things are coming. And then, of course, we got July 4th. We look forward to participating in y'all's annual event here. And so it's always a big hit. But other than that, that's all I've got.
You bringing the hardware out for a parade, or?
Yes, we'll be here. We have a lot of activity, but we'll definitely be here for this. Any other questions?
Can I speak? Would the police meet the chief and the police department, ESD is gonna come out too, and also bring a car, have the guys come out and think for the kids, so it's gonna be a family friendly event.
Right.
Like usual, good, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks a lot. It's a big, the kids love it.
Oh, yeah, it's a great event, and I hope whoever brings out the big cannon, that was a big hit last year. That was my first one I ever gone to, and I was like, okay, I've been to a lot of 4th of July, but no one's ever brought a cannon, so that was pretty interesting.
Thank you.
Enjoyed it.
Does Chris have an update? Do you have an update?
Nothing beyond what's.
Okay, fantastic. So any other reports, Troy, are we good?
That's it.
All right. Let's move on to the consent agenda. The consent agenda is has some materials in there, local agreements and renewals. Since we have our own department now, we needed to refresh some of those agreements. Those are completed. I'm assuming all of you read that. Do I have a motion to accept the consent agenda, or is there questions and comment?
I mean, both of the acceptance.
We have one motion to accept the agenda.
So I'll second.
Okay, second. Votes.
All
All in favor? Opposed? Okay, good. Thank you. Unanimous. I have a request to facilitate ease of the flow of the discussion tonight. I'd like to move action items 1 and 2 before the public hearing. So do any of you have any issues with doing that? I'm assuming not, but if there is, let me know. Okay, well, let's take action number 1, which is the appointment of Jeff Dahl and Larry Burwell to the Copper Canyon Finance Advisory Committee. Thanks for coming, Jeff. Is Larry here? I didn't see him. So all of you probably remember, we talked about this, months ago, that we were putting together a financial advisory committee to help the town with financial management, including tools, software, practices, and to provide some backup for the town financial officer who is oftentimes busy. That said, we put together a committee of 6 individuals, 2 citizens, 2 staff members, and 2 council members, Larry Johnson and myself, to sit on that board to provide counsel to this group related to financial matters. Tonight's decision is to accept the appointment of Jeff Dahl and Larry Burwell to that committee. You all have the applications. They were just handed out before. If you want resumes, we can give that later, but I think both individuals are highly qualified. One of them I've drilled incessantly, and I found him to be pretty qualified. And the other one I don't know so well, but the other one seems to be very qualified, having various C-level officer positions in business. So do I have a motion to accept, or is there a discussion?
Could I just add, I just wanted to thank you guys for volunteering. Jeff, you already serve on the P and Z, and so you're giving up quite a bit of time to do both jobs, and we greatly appreciate that. As you know, volunteers run the town pretty much. And small operation like this, it takes a bunch of people and people to step up. So thanks for stepping up again to help us out doing important jobs for the town. Thank you. And unless anybody has anything else, I would like to make a motion to accept Jeff Dahl and Larry Burwell to the Copper Canyon Financial Advisory Committee.
Deputy Mayor Pro Tem Castillo has the motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Councilmember Lieber has a second. Votes?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? It's all unanimous. Congratulations, Jeff. And Larry is not here, but we'll extend thanks to him as well. Thank you much. We'll have our first meeting probably in the next month or so. Action item 2. We have received a submission to release extraterritorial jurisdiction from town on approximately 46 acres on May 15th. We have reviewed this petition, and there's no issues with it from our review. And tonight's vote will be to approve and adopt resolution 2407 to approve of the release of that 46.025 acres from our ETJ. Questions, discussion? Do I have a motion?
All right, then I'll make the motion that we adopt resolution 24-07 to release the extraterritorial jurisdiction of the town of Copper Canyon on approximately 46.025 acres of real property owned by Copper Creek Phase 3 LP as requested under section 42.101 of Texas Local Government Code.
Thank you.
I second that motion.
Thank you, Dale. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Unanimous. Okay. I would like to now open a public hearing on action item 3. Yeah, please, Larry, thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem and Council, Mr. Johnson owns property within 200 feet of the area. That's the subject matter of the next agenda item for this public hearing. And as a result of that, he has recused himself from participating in the decision on this issue this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. So the public hearing is to conduct a discussion on the purposes of hearing any and all comments and to consider a recommendation from Copper Canyon Planning and Zoning Commission regarding the following Jernigan Estates Development Plan, which is the 6 individual lots located at 545 Jernigan Road, Copper Canyon, Texas. I have one application for speaking. Robin, can you come up?
Hi, I'm Robin Douglas Davis, 581 Jernigan Road. My husband and I own the property adjacent to the Sings on the north side. I just wanted to state that we've been in discussion and have a theoretical agreement, an agreement on principle to the two ponds that are located on my south side and their north side. We're working through language at this point in time. I have it out for review, but we have an agreement in principle as to how that's to be handled. So that's my only comment.
That includes drainage problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Any other comments? Very good. We are going to break in an executive session this time on this matter. We'll close the public hearing first. Yep.
Yeah.
So there's nobody else, no one else has, any emails we need to read, by the way, relating to this? All right, with that, I'll close the public hearing. We're gonna adjourn for an executive session for a few moments and be back.
Madam Secretary, would you go at time 7:15?
Yep. Probably, you know, let my baby see it, you're a precious.
We may know a chance for maybe. Yes. I've been advised to, no way to take a single.
So meeting back in session. Do we have any comments from our executive session?
Mayor Pro Tem and Council, as a result of our executive session and as a result of a letter that was addressed to me dated June 6, 2024, from the Schuster Law Group representing the applicant in this matter, I would respectfully request that you table this matter to a special call meeting on the 24th of July at 7 p.m.
June.
June, I'm sorry, June 24th at 7 p.m. at Town Hall.
Sounds reasonable. Do I have a motion to that effect?
Mayor Pro Tem, I'll go ahead and make a motion based on recommendations from Mr. Hager. I would like to make a motion that we table our discussion and action on this issue until 24 June at 7 p.m. at a second meeting this month, so we can continue the discussion once legal has had time to look at it.
I have a motion from Deputy Mayor Pro Tem Castillo. Do I have a second?
I will second.
I have a second from Councilmember Liver. All in favor?
Aye.
All against? Unanimous. That is our last item for action. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. 7:55.